And welcome back to my space here. My name is Biz and I'm on a weight loss journey, and I am down 35 pounds on Weight Watchers. I was down 40 pounds, but I gained 5 pounds back my birthday month. I'm totally okay with that. Back on track, and I'm just decided I was going to do what I eat in a day. So I always start my day out with coffee. And I love that people tell me all the lowest point things to add to your coffee. And that's great for you. I love that. But I'm a tried and true International Delight hazelnut creamer person. 35 calories a tablespoon, 2 Weight Watcher points. It's completely worth it to me. But right now, I'm starting my day off with baking. I normally am not hungry when I first wake up. My first meal is usually between 10:30 and 11. So I'm probably gonna have some avocado toast with eggs for breakfast. But I am in the sourdough cult. And if you're in that cult with me, I love that for us, but this is my cheater version, and I'll have the link to the sourdough recipe that I use. The only thing I do different is I add 1 teaspoon of fast-acting fast-acting yeast. I'm diabetic, that's why I said that. Fast-acting yeast to the dough. Do all the folds and everything like that, and I was able to laminate this in the refrigerator overnight. So I'm gonna get this going into the oven. I have a Dutch oven that's been preheating at 500 degrees. Suggestion if you're gonna go in the sourdough journey is just to buy a cheap Dutch oven. You can buy them for like 40 bucks at Sam's Club, and just leave that as your dedicated bread Dutch oven, because it does kind of stain over time at high temperatures. But I'm so excited to see how this turns out. So my first loaf is out of the oven. That looks and sounds amazing. The hardest part is waiting for it to cool. So quiet on the set. In about an hour, I'll cut into this bread. So I'm gonna switch gears for breakfast. I am making my hyperfixation miso soup, and I have the link down below for the recipe. But miso paste is going to be found in the grocery aisle, in Mariano's and some grocery stores. It's going to be on the Asian aisle, and it just needs to be refrigerated by the time after you open it, and this lasts forever. I've literally had this for probably like 4 or 5 months. Just a tablespoon in my soup. If you don't like bok choy, try baby bok choy. I just pan seared this just a little bit, and I'm gonna finely dice this, put this in the bottom of my bowl, and then add the rest of the soup. And then another thing that I use that adds so much flavor is just, hopefully that's in focus, I can't even see. This is sesame oil. 1 teaspoon is only 1 Weight Watcher point. And then I also use chili powder, or chili oil. And obviously this is a giant container, you don't need to buy one this big, but again, this is also 1 point for 1 teaspoon, and it adds so much flavor to this dish. And then the noodles I'm using come in a bag like this. These are like ramen noodles, and they come already bunched together like that, but you do need to weigh them, because if I would, this is 1 serving, but this would be 320 calories and 10 Weight Watcher points for the noodles by itself. I already know that 47 grams is 4 Weight Watcher points, or about half of this bundle. So that's when I add to the soup, and these cook in like 3 minutes, and they're gonna go into the soup and cook, like I said, in the last 3 minutes. So I'll show you what the soup looks like when I'm done. When you have the baby bok choy, after you want to cut it in half, but leave this stem in here because that holds it together. But then I take that out because I don't want to eat that. It's kind of bitter. So we're going to chuck that. If you do make your own veggie broth or veggie stock, you can save that, add it to your thing. I'm not that adventurous, so I don't do that. And then I'm just going to cut this kind of fine. And then the hot broth is going to warm it up. So I'm just going to add it to the bottom of my bowl. Such as. And I just put the noodles in the soup. And I don't have any protein in this. I thought I had tofu, but I don't. So this is just going to be noodles and broth and veggies. So this is my hyperfixation soup. It is 7 points and delicious. Do I wish there was tofu in here? Yes, but it's still gonna be delicious. Like the broth is just, it's stunning. If I do say so myself. So we're getting ready to make some stuff for dinner. I decided I was going to do chicken lettuce cups. I just got at Costco this gorgeous butter lettuce cups, and I think it's going to be delicious. So it's going to be chicken and carrots, garlic, ginger on the inside with a little bit of stir fry sauce, and then I'm just about to do some rice. So I have a hard time making rice on my stove because it is a electric stove and it never works right. So I just bought this cheap ass rice cooker. This is super old, but I'll put a link down below for one that's similar. It's really just set it and forget it. As long as you have the right ratio of grain to water, it doesn't really matter what it is. It could be brown rice, quinoa, anything like that, but you do want to strain your rice. So I'm going to do for this, it's 2 cups of water and 1 cup of rice, and this will probably take about 20 minutes to cook in this rice cooker if I can get the lid off. Oh my gosh, that was dramatic. I also, oh, and do you love how I left the refrigerator open the whole time? You're welcome, in case you want to look to see what's in there. I just always spray with a little bit of avocado oil spray. So I'll get that going while I cut up my veggies. I finished cooking my rice, but what you want to do is be sure to, well, it's been sitting out for like 10 minutes, but be sure to take this out of the bottom of this right as soon as the rice is done. Otherwise, this heating element will continue cooking it, and then you'll get like a crusty part on the bottom. But when you rinse your rice, you're gonna get fluffy rice every single time. On the Weight Watchers program, half a cup of rice is only 3 points, a full cup is 6. So choose your however much you want to have. So to start with my chicken wraps, I've got carrots and zucchini. I'm just sauteing that to get a little bit of color. I recently got on the discount rack at Mariano's, Total Score, is these individual packed chicken breasts. It's normally not a good deal because, I mean, unless it's convenience, they're already fully trimmed. If Hannah were to buy chicken breasts, this is what she would buy because she doesn't like trimming meat. But for $4.50 for 5 of them, it was worth it for me to do that. And this is 5 ounces of chicken. So the filling might be too much for my dinner tonight, but I can always save it to have something for dinner later. And then I'm just using stir-fry sauce from the store. I get this at Mariano's. Ying's is from the Chicagoland area, and she has a whole line of stir-fry sauces. They're all super delicious, and they're also super low in calories. This one, for example, 1 tablespoon is only 14 calories. Still technically 1 Weight Watcher point, but I think you can go up to 3 tablespoons for 1 point. I'll double check that. But this Kung Pao one is really delicious. Excuse me, I just took a sip of water. So let me get that going, get the chicken in, and then we'll put it all together. Oh my gosh, while I was waiting for my chicken to cool down just a little bit so I could slice it. Have you ever watched the videos of like students coming back to telling teachers how much they mean to them? It's like I can cry every time I see that. Anywho, so I've got my vegetables here that are already cooked. 2 or 3 minutes, that's all you need because I like them a little bit crisp tender. Now I've got my chicken breast that I just did. Simple salt and pepper. You do want to wait just like 5 or 6 minutes for this, and you're gonna have perfectly juicy, I don't know if you can see that or not, juicy chicken. And so now I've got half a cup of rice in my lettuce cups. I think I'm gonna do half this chicken and half the vegetables, put it back in the skillet and just toss it with my sauce. And I think I might even add some peanuts because I think I have some peanuts in there just for like an extra little crunch. And we'll see what it turns out to be. I love this Fisher nut topping. It's got peanuts, almonds, cashews, walnuts, Brazil nuts, filberts, got all the things. I only used a teaspoon on this whole thing, so I think a teaspoon is only like 20 calories, but it's just gonna add a little bit of crunch. But look at how good that is. Like, that didn't take hardly any time at all. I'm saying like 10 minutes or less. So if you, what did I do with the, oh lordy. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Just go, if you can't find Ying's stir-fry sauce, just maybe take your Weight Watcher app and just go down the aisle and find out the ones that are lower in points because this is delicious. So really, the only points in here is the sauce, which is 1, probably 2 points for the nuts, and 3 points for the rice. And you know, you can't beat that, and it's gonna be filling. So let's give it a bite. And the Kung Pao has enough spice for me. Oh lordy. It's a bit messy, it's all right. Wow, that was really good. Having a little bit of nuts on top really makes it. And if I had cilantro, I would add that to that too. But this is amazing. Also not filmed, I did have a slice of sourdough bread today. So at the end of this video or below, I will have a breakdown of all my points that I had today. I get 28 points being on the diabetic plan. I have to count for fruit. So if people sometimes come at me and be like, oh, it must be nice you have 28 points, I only get 23. Well, eating like a large apple is 5 points. So it's basically, I have to sneeze, hold on. Achoo! I can't wait for Hannah to edit this. Sorry, Hannah. She's gonna be like, it's okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, what I ate in a day. I really don't meal plan like I used to because I work from home, so I just kind of use what I have on hand a lot of times. when I worked downtown, I did have to like be more thoughtful about what I had to bring and stuff like that, so I wasn't tempted to do takeout all the time downtown. There's really nothing around me that I like have to have around here that tempts me at all. But this is delicious. It tastes like restaurant quality, just super easy lettuce cups. Could this be an appetizer at a party? Absolutely. But I think this is going to be plenty for dinner for me. But anyway, if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.